everybody. I am here with wet hair and in my pajamas, but I am here because my last update to you guys was 8 months ago. Yeah. So, I felt like I owed everybody an explanation as to why I have been absent for 8 months, and I'm sure that a lot of people have felt like the series is abandoned and they only ever got book one, and that is not true. The series is not abandoned. Book two, No Hope for Yesterday, is complete. It is edited. It is just needing to be formatted into book form. It is actually like fully ready to go and release to the public. It's just not formatted like a book yet. However, in the 8 months since I have last shown up on this channel, lots of things have happened. And so my explanation as to why I have been absent for 8 months, I moved house. You can see that things are different behind me. My sister got married. I got engaged. I am planning my wedding, which is happening in 20 days, and I'm super stoked for that. Um, and I'm also in the middle of, well, now heading to the last week of my 7th year of teaching. So in 8 months, lots has happened. Like, so much has happened. And the series got put on the back burner. However, the series is still on the stove. So, rest assured, you guys are still going to get the rest of the trilogy. Book 2, like I said, is complete. No Hope for Yesterday will have a summer 2026 launch. It will probably be July or August when No Hope for Yesterday launches. But it will launch summer 2026. No Cure for Today, which is book 3, will probably launch late summer or into the fall of 2027. Book 3 is currently at 64,076 words. But that number is changing quite a bit because I am pulling quite a bit of things like out of book 3 and then putting new different things into book 3 and still kind of fiddling with pieces of the final stage of the plot in book 3. I know where the story's going. I know where it ends up. It's just a matter of some of the things to get there have gotten messed around with because of some changes I made in book 2. And so because I made changes in book 2, I'm having to change things accordingly in book 3. So a lot of that is getting shifted and changed, but I promise it is actually still being worked on. And you will be getting book 2 in your hands 2026. Promise. I did promise 2026 for book 2, right? I think I said winter, like 2025 into 2026, and now it's summer 2026. So I'm sorry it's a little late, but you are still going to get it. There's also a couple of side projects that I've been working on. So I have A Realm Between Destinies, which is the Reaper's story. So if you have liked the Reaper, who has kind of popped in and out of the story just a little bit in No Place Like Tomorrow, the Reaper shows up more in No Hope for Yesterday and yet more in No Cure for Today. The Reaper becomes a very important character, although the Reaper is also very much a nuisance and a little bit of the bane of my existence. But it's fine, and we actually do eventually get the Reaper's whole story in A Realm Between Destinies. I'm working on that one. I also have Son of the Storm, which is happening after the events of No Cure for Today. So after the events of book 3, Son of the Storm is an offshoot. So if you're thinking son of, yeah, you're probably right where your brain went. But I'm not going to confirm that right here, right now. But you do get offshoot of main cast. You get some of the main cast from the trilogy, but then you get some new characters as well that you'll follow in Son of the Storm. I've also been working on a potential offshoot. I'm not going to guarantee it as an offshoot. Realm Between Destinies and Son of the Storm, I'm pretty set on. The third one, though, is called In the Shadows. It's one that would take far into the future, past the ends of both book 3 and Son of the Storm. So it would be way kind of past the ends of those stories. That one's called In the Shadows. It's actually rooted in a concept I had a while ago for a different story called He Who Walks in Shadows. And while I did complete He Who Walks in Shadows, I never felt like it was truly complete to where I could publish that or turn that into something that could stand alone. And so I'm looking into potentially reworking parts of it to become a part of Eaton's world, Eaton's story, far in the future. So looking at that one, I also have a top secret fantasy project that I'm working on and a top secret nonfiction project that I'm working on. So if you're interested in nonfiction, stick around. And if you're interested in a different fantasy project, stick around. But again, top secret. So I'm not going to say anything about those any more than I already have, that they're in the pipeline. So yes, I have a lot of things in the pipeline right now. I have at least 3 novels that I'm actively working on to finish. So that's No Cure for Today, Son of the Storm, and Realm Between Destinies. And then I also have In the Shadows and my 2 top secret projects. So essentially 6 novels that I'm working on right now. So those are going to kind of get worked on in stages. Obviously, No Cure for Today will be first. And then we will go from there. And we will see how we do. So that is my brief little update for you for tonight. Just so that you know that the series has not been abandoned. I have not left you guys. I have not forgotten. But things got a little bit chaotic around here. Exciting, but chaotic around here. And next time you guys hear from me, I will be a Mrs., which is super exciting. I'm really, really stoked for this. So, that is all I have to say right now. I'm going to leave you guys on that note, just so you know you're not abandoned, and to look for the launch of No Hope for Yesterday, summer 2026. Have a great, whatever time of day it is right now when you're watching this. And I will see you next time, because I promise, I really do, there is still no place like tomorrow.